TikTok, stop romanticizing mental illnesses.
Enough said. End of video.
Honestly, on TikTok, this is such a huge portion of their content, and I don't know if it's just me being sensitive or dramatic, but you know, I get it. It's funny to joke about our trauma and to laugh about things that are uncomfortable and pain us, but there is a seriously toxic culture on TikTok that is romanticizing mental illnesses, and especially, you know, eating disorders and diet culture. The romanticization of that is just really damaging, and it might seem funny or it might seem harmless to poke fun, to make memes, to make funny little shorts about these sorts of traumas, but they are damaging, and they are way more damaging than they are funny. At least in my opinion. You know, let me know down below if you think they're innocent and they're simply just funny. I'm really curious, you know, if I'm being overly dramatic, but in my opinion, they aren't funny and they're honestly triggering. So that's what I wanted to jump on here and talk to you guys about today. TikTok making mental illnesses seem fun. My name is Rachel. If you're new to my channel, I am happy to see you here. Hi, hello, let's be friends. I studied nutrition back in college after actually suffering from an eating disorder for about 6 years, and it's not something that I was open about for a long time, and being open about it actually gave me the power to get over it. So it's really been positive, me opening up about something like that. If you are in the same boat at all, you know, seek professional help and also open up to those around you. It was a toxic mental illness that did me a lot of damage, and I found a desire to learn more about nutrition and a passion for the study, and so I actually studied it and graduated back in 2018. So that's my history, a little bit about me. Before we dive into it, I do want to give a trigger warning. Some of the things I discuss, or, you know, phrases I use, video clips I show might be triggering to individuals suffering from eating disorders, having suffered from them in the past.
Honestly, just click off if it bothers you. I don't want anyone to be damaged by this content.
Let's dive into TikTok and some of the content I've been seeing, I'm sure you've been seeing, and honestly, stuff that no one asked for. At least I feel like that I didn't ask for. Be scrolling on TikTok, just laughing, having a good time.
Seeing all of the cute animals, the funny people, and lots of pretty girls, of course.
And then I'll just have a video pop up that is talking about, you know,
oh, I didn't eat all day. I managed to make it past breakfast without eating. Maybe I shouldn't have lunch. Maybe I shouldn't have dinner.
And I'm just like, why? This isn't funny. You know, this is honestly just triggering for me. I'm like, why is this sort of content? And then I look at it and it has millions of likes, and
the comment section is where it gets bad, guys. It gets bad.
You look in those comments and people are like,
this just inspired me not to eat for the rest of the day, or this has inspired me to get skinny quick. And
I hate it. I hate it. I have to resist the urge to go in there and respond to every single person being like, no, don't do it. But, you know, maybe that's just my dramatic, crazy self that's overreacting. Maybe it's all a joke. Maybe these comments are a joke too, but they don't seem like it. I don't know. They don't seem like it to me, so let me know what you think. I am really curious. Back to the TikTok diet culture and eating disorders being, you know, romanticized, along with all other mental illnesses. You know, I'm not going to dive into that too much, but there's a lot of other content about all other mental illnesses that just are making fun of it, and maybe that helps people, you know, get over their trauma, to laugh and joke about it, which I get, but I don't know. It just seems bad in my opinion. When you search eating disorders on TikTok, you will mainly see videos that are talking about people, you know, discussing the facts of eating disorders, how to get professional help, the dangers, etc. But you will also find under that hashtag people discussing their desire to be skinny, their facts that they haven't eaten all day and it's empowering, or how good they feel when they don't eat all day, and how skinny they think they look, and that sort of thing. You know, how they're a bad bee when they starve themselves. There's tons of those videos mixed in with the good. And for some reason I never see those good videos on my For You page. Just the latter. Not, you know, didn't ask for this kind of content, yet it's showing up. So yeah. But diving into the actual hashtag, I was surprised to find a lot more positive than there really was negative. But those negative ones do have a lot of toxic culture behind them. And this really just reminded me of the early 2000s Tumblr-esque, you know, aesthetic pages that were all about being skinny. There was drawings of these frail people. There was these calculating how many calories to have a day, these rules, what rules to follow to reach this desired number or this desired aesthetic. You know, things like thigh gaps and checking your body all over these Tumblr pages. And this just really reminded me of that and that sort of content. And I really think that there is this sort of culture or content on TikTok, and TikTok is becoming the new Tumblr with these little niche groups, and they're probably using, you know, sort of secretive tags to have this culture built around this sort of toxic thinking, this mental health, like eating disorder promoting content. And I just wanted to bring light to that, and hopefully we can all stop creating it. So, you know, Tumblr had that pro eating disorder, pro ANA, anti-recovery communities and culture that really fueled a lot of people's, you know, anxiety and eating disorders. I know personally when I was younger, that was the content that I would look at for, you know, inspiration in your mental illness, inspiration. And you would look at it and think, oh, this is a group of people that all want the same thing, and so toxic, and I don't want anyone else falling for this, getting into this, and just brainwashing themselves. So we gotta stop it. But if you don't know what romanticization means, I will put a definition up here, but it means to deal with or describe in an idealized or unrealistic fashion, you know, making something seem better than it is in reality. And the other phrase I used earlier, diet culture, I want to again give a definition here. Diet culture is a system of beliefs that worships thinness and equates it to health and moral virtue, which means you can spend your whole life thinking you're irreparably broken because you don't look impossibly thin in the ideal body that you want. A lot of the content centered around eating disorders and diet culture are, you know, self-deprecating, joking, memeing, as I said, about mental illness. And the problem with that is that you might be joking about it, you might be, you know, having all these laughs, but people that watch it in their eating disorder, in their, you know, mental illness state, they will see these videos not as a joke, but as tips on how to get skinny, on how to achieve what you look like because you're making this video. You know, you might joke like, oh, doesn't eat all day. I saw this last night actually. Doesn't eat all day, then has a couple of blueberries at 10 p.m. Yeah, that's sufficient. And it was a joke. It was an obvious joke, I think, because people were pinning them together and making longer strings of this. But somebody in a mental ill state, you know, somebody that's not thinking clearly, they'll see this and think, wow, she looks skinny, wow, she looks so good, or he looks so good, and they only eat at 10 p.m. Oh, maybe I should do that. Oh, that's how you look like that. Oh, you know, it fuels their mental illness, and it's really toxic. It might seem like a joke, but it's not to certain people, and that's what you really have to remember when you're making any sort of content and posting it publicly, that, you know, anyone can find this, anyone can view this, and they will, and you have to, you know, be aware of other people's situations and what you're really promoting, even if it is meant to be a joke, an innocent joke. And yeah, I wanted to touch too on TikTok's age demographic. So TikTok is mainly younger age, you know. The majority of the users are between the ages of 10 to 24, with 32% of them being between 10 to 19 and 60% being between 16 to 24. So the vast majority of the users of TikTok are young. They're teens or very young adults. This data came straight from TikTok's website. So it's, again, something that is, you know, fueling the culture, fueling the humor. A lot of people deal with mental illness, with struggles when you're younger. And I do want to say it gets easier when you get older. I think for everyone, you get more confident, you feel better about yourself, and you don't feel like you need to fit in so much as you do when you're in high school. So life gets better, but those in that growing stage where you feel weird about your body and you're changing, you can definitely fall prey to this sort of negative thinking, especially when you're constantly being hit with this sort of content. When you go on your phone, when you go on Instagram, when you go on TikTok, you're just seeing this stuff everywhere. It might start to sink in, and you might, you know, really find yourself spiraling out of control. And it's not to blame you, it's honestly the culture we've created, and just the toxicity of it all can damage anyone. To touch on some of the specific diet culture trends I saw on TikTok that were really just absurd, real quickly, let me just list some off. There is the lemon cayenne water, which, check out my detox diet, detox drink video. I hate detox stuff. It's all a lie. It makes you poop your pants, it upsets your tummy, and all you do is lose a little water weight. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Yeah. There's also this thing called miracle noodles, and these are a type of pasta that basically your body can't digest it, so it's like 4 calories, or it's negative calories when you consume it. So people will eat this because it's no calories, even though, you know, you need calories to live. But okay. There's a lot of other fitness videos or like working out videos too. That'll be things like how I got abs in 1 week, and it just shows them doing some basic ab routine and drinking some nasty detox water or some gross smoothie. And again, this doesn't work. I love fitness. I love what you can do to your body with hard work and effort, but you are not going to get abs in 1 week. It's that simple. It really depends where you start, obviously. And the biggest thing about changing how you look fitness-wise is consistency and putting in effort every single day. You can make drastic changes in your body, but you have to be consistent, and it's going to take months. It's going to take months, and trust me, it feels good. You will see results, but you will not see them in 1 week. It's just absurd. Stop promoting that stuff if you are. Another one I saw was, you know, losing 30 pounds in 7 days. This is absurd and incredibly unhealthy. If anyone was even able to achieve this, you know, you're never supposed to lose that much weight that fast. It'd be really bad for your body. But the way they're promoting someone doing this is saying to eat less than 800 calories a day. A day. Average person, I guess to put things in perspective, eats around or needs around 2,000 calories a day. And on a healthy, diet where you'd be taking down your calories, being in a calorie deficit a little bit to lose weight, people will go down like 200 calories a day. You would never go down 50% of the calories you require a day. It would be so incredibly stressful and bad for your body. It would not help you in any way. And honestly, when you restrict that much, your body goes into a state of starvation. And you know what it does when you're in a state of starvation? I experienced this firsthand. You do lose weight at first, and then your body starts to hold on to every little thing you eat because it thinks you're starving, because you're starving it. Sorry guys, my camera, I guess, I got too heated because it crashed and literally said it was overheating. All right, well, back to the video. So I think this is the last toxic diet trend I wanted to mention. It was this video I saw of a girl who said that, in her mental ill state and in the hype of her eating disorder, she actually started to track how many calories were in her antidepressants. She wasn't even joking, or maybe she was, but the comment section sure didn't think so. And the comments were literally people saying, how many were there? Oh, I need to look up this pill that I take. I need to look up my Adderall. I need to look up this because she's right. Those probably have calories in them, and I can't believe I was taking those. It's just insane. It's insane. And
it's just creating this culture everyone is so on board with, and it's so toxic. Sorry. I just hate it, if you can't tell.
Really, the comment section is what bothers me the most. Like, these videos are bad, but do not look at the comments unless you want to scream and cry at the same time, because that's really what they want to inspire you to do. It's so bad. It's so freaking bad. Ugh. Okay, yeah, there was a couple more actually. So there's this girl, actually I won't say her handle, but she has this infamous or really viral video that was like,
how to get the skinny girl body.
And she's bending over, showing her body, and then she pans over to her fridge, and it's just all water. And she just drinks water, that's it. She doesn't work out, eat right. In fact, I don't think she eats at all. I think that's the point, is she doesn't eat, she just drinks water. So,
skinny girl life hack. Only drink water, don't eat food.
So bad. And that video, honestly, just hearing about it really triggered me, because that's something that personally I did. So you drink water until you feel like you're literally going to pass out. And you do pass out sometimes, because that's not healthy. It's so bad for you. It's so bad for you. And I hate that somebody is promoting that as a skinny girl hack.
I hate it with all of me, everything inside of me, I hate it.
I thought it was important to say, eating disorders have the highest mortality rate of any mental illness. The thing is, you can't really tell with these videos. Maybe it was meant as a joke, because a lot of stuff on TikTok is a joke. It's a meme, it's funny, and it's poking fun at mental illness, but I just think that's not that funny. It can, like I said earlier, get people that are in that mental state to take notes. This is a tip on how to become skinny. They actually think that. They don't see it as a joke, and you're promoting that, and there's millions of people seeing it. It's going viral, and it's so bad for the community. So please, if you are a creator, if you don't even mean for something to get popular, but you are still putting out public content, you have to be aware of the impact it has on other people. You just have to.
Period.
Next thing I want to touch on is the content centered around body checking. Now, if you don't know what body checking is, it is an eating disorder related term. Body checking refers to an obsessive thought or behavior about appearance for people with eating disorders or body dysmorphia. This may present itself as frequently weighing themselves, looking in the mirror, pinching their skin, wrapping their hands around their stomach, waist, thighs, arms. And this sort of content exists on TikTok. There is a couple, more than a couple videos that I actually saw of individuals, checking, does their hand fit around their wrist? Do their arms fit around their belly? Do they have a thigh gap when they stand and look at themselves in the mirror? And it is so toxic. And they'll play this video and show that with some popular song that's gone viral, and I think that's how it really ends up on your feed. And it's just, why? Why are you promoting that? Why are you showing that to us? Why are you making people worry about these things? And I hate it. I hate body checking.
I hate that there's content about that, and just gives me goosebumps, to be quite honest.
One of the final points I wanted to talk about was venting, and how venting is healthy. Yes. And honestly, everyone needs to vent to cope with what they're going through, but you have to be aware of who you vent to and how you're venting to people, because that really matters. And venting to the internet publicly, you just gotta think deeply before you do something, because I'm sure it came from a good place. You yourself are struggling and you're seeking help from others, so you're venting. But a lot of people viewing this are going to be in similar headspaces, and it might hurt them. It might hurt them. So think about others before you vent publicly on the internet, please.
Please.
That's just something I feel deeply. Everyone should be aware of what they're putting out into the world and the internet, and be aware that anyone can see this. Anyone. And they could be in any headspace and take it totally the wrong way. Before you put anything on the internet, think of it in a million people's shoes and how they're gonna see this and what they're gonna think. And just try to put yourself in their shoes. If you are in a negative headspace and you see videos such as the ones we've mentioned, it can really just reinforce their thought patterns, these negative thought patterns that they're already having. It's reinforcing them to the individual. You're not directly responsible for the damage that this might have on somebody else because of their mental health, but why not take a couple seconds to think of what this could do to somebody else and just be a more caring individual? Why don't we all just opt to
support each other and help each other? I don't know. It just seems like the right move to me, but
I did want to mention too that there is a lot of positive mental illness, eating disorder, anxiety. There's tons of positive content out there, and I don't want that to be, diminished in any way. Major props to those people. I love it. Keep it up. But the takeaway from this video is to think more about others and know your worth. You are so much more than the number on the scale, than the size of your pants, than any of that crap. I know you know it in your heart of hearts, so remember that. And also, the world would be so boring if we all looked the same. And that is why our power is in our differences. Okay, well, I love you all, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. I had a lot of fun screaming at the camera and chatting with you guys. Please subscribe if you liked the video. Give me a thumbs up. And yeah, leave a comment, whatever you want to comment. Follow my other socials. Everything will be linked below. And I love your face. Bye for now.